What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. And let's break down the Kansas City Chiefs 2023 NFL Draft Day 3 picks. So I wanted to make a quick video just talking about the Day 3 picks. Obviously, my draft expertise doesn't go nearly as far as some of the other guys here on Chiefs YouTube, RGR Football, KCSN. Those guys put a lot of hours into studying these prospects, so this is just kind of what I've been able to gather and what I think of these draft picks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So in the 4th round, pick 119, the Kansas City Chiefs select DB Shamari Connor from Virginia Tech. So the Chiefs moved up to get this player, and this is a very intriguing pick. So Shamari Connor was a very productive slot corner for Virginia Tech. Just last season at Virginia Tech, he allowed just a 51.3 completion percentage when targeted. One of the best traits about him is that he can cover tight ends. One of his best games was against Old Dominion, where he matched up against fellow draft prospect tight end Zach Kuntz, who went later in the draft to the New York Jets. He basically shut him down the entire game. And the Kansas City Chiefs have struggled to cover tight ends in the past, so hearing that about him on the broadcast and seeing him against Old Dominion, against Zach Kuntz, makes me excited about his potential. And I do think the Chiefs needed some defensive back depth, much needed defensive back depth. And the great thing about Shamari Connor is he can play some slot corner, he can play some safety for you if needed. A lot of athletic upside too. He scored an above 9 RAS, so a lot of athleticism. Herky-jerky, fluid mover, kind of guy that can cover some of the better receivers out of the slot. I feel like with this pick, the vision kind of is Connor can eventually become your starting slot corner, and then you can play Snead and McDuffie on the outside full-time. I know a lot of people like Snead in the slot, but there's even a certain guy that L'Jarius Sneed can't cover. It's those herky-jerky guys that I was talking about in the slot, the much quicker guys, because one of L'Jarius Sneed's shortcomings is his change of direction. You look at him versus the Jacksonville Jaguars in the regular season last year. Christian Kirk tore him up all day. It's just not a good matchup for L'Jarius Sneed. So getting a slot corner that can better cover some of those quicker, faster receivers is a good thing. So I like Shamari Connor's potential there, and you can play some Sneed on the outside and McDuffie on the outside, where he was really good last year. And it just gives you more options, just gives you a lot of versatility, a lot of options where you can move defensive backs and all that stuff. Spags likes to move his guys around. Connor is a guy you can move around. So this is a really solid pick. He'll take some time to develop a little bit. He'll probably start out on special teams doing some stuff before he takes on a bigger role in the secondary. But I really like this pick, and there's a lot of high upside here. Daniel Jeremiah, draft analyst, he even said that this was pretty much by far his favorite pick from Day 3. Thinks he's very underrated and is going to do well for Kansas City, so that's high praise. I really like this pick, but yeah, those are my initial thoughts. Next, in the 5th round, pick number 166, the Kansas City Chiefs select B.J. Thompson, edge from Stephen F. Austin. This was probably the Chiefs' most interesting pick of the day. I know I just said, the Shamari Connor pick is intriguing. Most of the Chiefs picks are intriguing. I don't mean to be redundant, but I would say this pick is the most interesting because B.J. Thompson had an interesting college career. He's an older prospect. I think he's like 25, maybe 26 years old, somewhere around there. He got in trouble, COVID year, medical stuff. So he's an older prospect in this draft. His college career didn't really go all that well. Started off at Baylor, where he was really good. Ended up having to transfer to Stephen F. Austin for a multitude of reasons. But this guy is super lean. He's much lighter. And you notice a theme with both edge rushers the Chiefs took in this draft, both B.J. Thompson and Felix Anudike Uzama. They're both lighter. They both break the Spags mold, and I think that's Joe Cullen at work. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Cullen was behind this pick and really liked B.J. Thompson and said, go get me that guy. But B.J. Thompson, very lean. He's on the lighter side. Like, you just look at him, he almost looks like he's a wide receiver. He's probably going to need to add some weight in the weight room. They're probably going to have to set him up on a 4,000 calorie diet or something like that. But there's a lot to like here. He's very quick, very athletic. He was really good in the East-West Shrine game, where a bunch of draft participants or a bunch of draft prospects participated. I really like this pick. I think he could end up being a factor in the future. He'll take some time to develop, but a lot of pass rushing upside. He was described as a sack artist in college. I know he had like 27.5 sacks or something in the first couple seasons of his career. Very high number. So I really like this pick. Again, going to take some time to develop, but a lot of tools to work with here. He also graded out as a very good athlete. So I'm excited about this one. I mean, as far as 5th round picks go, I don't think you can be too mad about this. I also really don't mind double dipping at pass rusher. The Chiefs needed pass rush, and they more than addressed it in this draft. And then next was 6th round pick 194, Texas defensive tackle Keandre Coburn. We knew the Chiefs wanted a defensive tackle in this draft. Defensive tackle was one of their last needs that they needed to address, and they did that with Keandre Coburn. He's a big dude, like really big. He is 6'2", 348 pounds. He's a really good mover for his size. He didn't grade out as the best athlete, but I mean, when you're talking about a guy this big, you know, any sort of athleticism, ability to look like you're light on your feet is just really impressive. The thing with Coburn is that he is really going to be a guy that is an anchor on your defensive line in the run game. I think this is a guy who could potentially eventually replace Derek Nottie, who the Chiefs brought back this offseason, but he had a disappointing season last year, and I think the Chiefs were looking to upgrade from him. I'm not saying Coburn is going to be an instant upgrade or anything. He's probably going to take some time to develop as well, but I really like the potential here. I think he's someone that could eat some double teams, help out in stopping the run, and play next to Chris Jones inside, and offer a little bit more pass rush upside than Derek Nottie has, because Coburn has the ability to win at the point of attack, so more pass rush upside than Derek Nottie, and someone that will come in on early downs and help stop the run. Big, beefy dude. Again, 6'2", 348 pounds. It's nearly 350 pounds. It's a big dude. So he's going to be able to stop the run, hopefully, and we'll see what he does. But I like the pick, and it filled the need. And then the Chiefs' last pick in the draft, round 7, pick number 250, Nick Jones, cornerback, Ball State. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about Nick Jones. My draft expertise does not go down that far. But I can tell you, he played a lot of outside corner for Ball State. He seems to be a really instinctive cornerback at first glance. Someone that, even the broadcast mentioned when he was drafted, even when it looks like he's out of the play, he can recover very well. He's got some good recovery speed. Again, just very instinctive. And I'm just going to say I trust Brett Veach here. I mean, he nailed it with late-round corners last year. He's always been a guy that's been great with late-round defensive backs, and just in the late round in general is where Brett Veach has thrived. So hopefully Nick Jones is able to contribute at one point or another, but worst-case scenario, he's going to be a guy that can contribute on special teams. And so with the 7th-round pick, getting a guy that can at least contribute on special teams, I'm not complaining about that. So those are my thoughts on all the Kansas City Chiefs Day 3 picks. I will probably make a video tomorrow talking about the Kansas City Chiefs undrafted free agent haul. But for now, yeah, guys, the draft class is complete. I'll probably make another video too here in the near future, just giving them an overall grade for the draft class and that sort of thing. I'll have a lot more draft-related content coming at you guys here over the next week or so. So stay tuned. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. And I will see you all in the next one. Go Chiefs!